Hey, Shalom, and Shalom on the staff souls by giving up praise to Yahawah, Shem Yahushai, with Shem Kodash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth. Wow, sincerely, just a quick one, just a quick one, real quick, on just something I've just been observing in the spirit back in the last year, coming on into this year. You know, it seems, I mean, long story short, man, from like I said, from my personal observation, well, these women are going to catch some hell, man. You know, whether that starts this year or or whatever, what have you. You know, but just through the spirit, you've been seeing a lot more conversation on the topic, right? And you know what? It is a thing of rightfully so, because they've been living good for too long, right? You know, everything's been handed on the plate for them, and but in that day, this is what the scripture says, Isaiah 32:2, right? It says, "And the man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, right? As the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." So these are given examples of times when people are in straits, right? You know, rivers of water in a dry. You know, if you're in the desert and you see some fluids you can drink, right? You're gonna look at that like it's the best thing in the damn world, which it would be, right? And that's basically what it's gonna be like in that day, right? But this ain't just no any ordinary man, right? This is what we call a man of the Lord, right? Because look, man, men today ain't men, man. They ain't men, right? A lot of effeminate fucks, right? And that's one of the things that you've got to, which talk about renewing, basically being renewed day by day, right? Because that's one of the things, when we came into this thing, we came in from the world, right? We came in from the world. There are certain characteristics, certain bad traits that we may have from the world. Right? One of them might be being too soft, right? Or whatever, being emotional, and that's something that you've got to, shake off from the world, right? Which is why one of the things that's going to happen to you when you come into this thing is you're going to go through some stuff to harden you, right? You know, scriptures talk about the furnace of adversity, right? But in that day, a man of the Lord, right, he's going to be, he's going to be in the right frame of mind. Why? Because of what it says here. All right, so let me grab this real quick. Isaiah 33:6 says that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation, right? So we gonna know what's happening, right? And then, so I mean, immediately when you know what's happening, you're not scared, right? For instance, you might be watching a film. For instance, watching that TV program Last Kingdom, right? As you know, it's a spoiler alert, but basically someone had set up someone's. I'll say it like this: someone had set up someone to get killed, and then when it got found out that this other person was dead, right, they didn't the guy who killed him, he didn't bat an eyelid. Why? Because he knew what went down. He knew by the ins and outs of the situation, right? And that's how we're gonna be when this thing happens, man. When this thing starts going down, hey, we know. Right, we were like, oh wait, the Lord said this was gonna happen, the Lord said that was gonna happen, right? So we're gonna be stable. We're not gonna be pissing and shitting our pants. So immediately people are gonna be like, oh, why is he so calm, right? Just like in the midst of let's say of an event, you know, the person that's calm, you're gonna be asking, why is he so calm? Did he do it, right? And what else was I gonna say? Another thing is this, right? This is Isaiah 65:13. Oh, fucking tight. Bear with me. Alright, so Isaiah 65:13 says, therefore thus saith Yahawah power, right? Behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right, so whilst all of the rest of the world, you know, are bugging out, hungry, you know, like keeling over with hunger, right? Man, the Lord, they're gonna be good, man, right? Because hey, the Lord will look after His men, right? You know, scriptures talk about how the Lord is basically gonna be a covering for us in that day, right? And it goes on to say, "Behold, my servants shall rejoice for joy of heart, but ye shall be but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, right, and shall have a vexation of spirit. So imagine that you're seeing, a guy, right, you're catching hell, but you're seeing these guys, these group of men, right, just chilling. They're high, they're laughing at the situation. You're like, why are you so calm? You gonna bug out, right? So that's another reason why, this one here, as a day 2 and 2. That's another reason why it's just going to be a man of the Lord. Right? So a man of the Lord is going to be a covering in that day, right? So it's just a message to brothers, a general message. Don't worry about these women; they will come, right? That's another thing that keeps getting mentioned and spoken about, right? Apostle Bar did a video where he was basically saying, he brought out the scripture in Matthew's, basically where it's talk about, and the women that follow the Lord, right? So the Lord already has women prepared, and you really look at a lot of these women out here. How many of them actually look worthy? And that's the question. How many of them look worthy? Because what does the scripture say about pride? They ain't looking to humble themselves. They gonna humble themselves. Hey, brothers have women, and even their women, some of them are aight to as in brothers will describe them as aight to a point, right? But they still have issues. Some of them are unbelievers, right? So imagine these ones out in the world, right? But that's why that's one of the things as well. Just have faith in the Lord. That the Lord will deal with that whole situation for us, right? What else have I got? Right, verse 9. Actually, get into the topic, because a terrible time. Hey, an experiment to do, man. If you ever use any of them online shits, man, your Tinders, your Bumble or whatever, or your POF or whatever. Just really look at the countenance of the women and them things, man. Right? That's why the scriptures say, the harlots shall make it, man. Because at least with the harlot, it's a lot more humble. Right? Whereas women, man, they go, the Lord speaks about a proud look, man. Right? It says, verse 9, it says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Right? And, as the Spirit's been having, they ain't got no, come out. They ain't got no worry in the world, man. They're alright. They got protection from any which way. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And most time, there ain't no repercussions to their actions, man. Right? Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right? So listen, right? And we out there, starting with the apostles on down to Pav Yahawah Shem Yahushua. But now they're basically speaking and prophesying about the things that are to come. But are they listening? No. Right? Like I said, some others will have women. Their women ain't even believers, man. Right? It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right? It says, tremble you women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, get sackcloth upon your loins. Right? So none of that. And that's what I said, when you go on them online things, you see the way these women are adorned. They just all look like fucking whores. All look like fucking whores. You can mean, that ain't worthy, for a king. Right? And the day that's what, right now, we ain't, that's not how, that's not who we are at the moment, right? We ain't sovereigns, right? But one of the things that we do have to do is to carry ourselves a certain way, right? Not everyone's bloody worthy of us, man. That's just the real of the situation, right? It says, they shall lament for teats, for the pleasant fields, right? For the fruitful vine. Yeah, all them goodies that they be getting, man. They gonna lose all them goodies, man, real soon, right? Through the Spirit of the Lord, they gonna lose them, right? And then they gonna start trying to go back to me. And that's when they're gonna remember what the order of things. Because right now, they're drunk of Esau's juice. What is that? 31:22. It's like it's going on a bit long. Hope the volume and stuff is all okay. Says, how long will that go about? Jeremiah 31:22. How long will that go about, O thou backsliding daughter? Right, for Yahawah hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall comprise a man. Right, and right now that is exactly what's happened, which is why they think they're in good case. right? It's why they do what they do when they want to do it, right? Because they're in a position of power, and you see the way. I mean, I'll speak for the for the ones that live in London, right? They got a ruling class mentality, man. The way they rule, man, the way they treat men in this city, fucking hell. Some of these things you can't even make up, man. They will legit, barge you, just straight disrespect you, man, right? But all of that, they ain't gonna be able to do that real soon, right? Real soon, everything's gonna be flipped on its head, right? And they gonna lament for them days, right? Then they're gonna rue the days they did that to a man of the Lord, right? They go, you might see a brother walk past, right? And then they'll be like, oh, and then the stupid shit they always say, oh, always liked you, whatever, what have you. It's like, alright, man, I ain't gonna save you. Let me close this up, man. Oldie but goldie, right? So Isaiah 13:12 says, I will make a man more precious than the fine gold, right? Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right, yeah, once again, a man doing the, the things that are meant for him to be doing, right? Which is this work, pushing the work, pushing these scriptures, man, right? Ain't no greater work than that, right? So yeah, a man of the Lord in that day, he's gonna be precious, man, because he's gonna provide protection, right? And that's the end of the day, that's all women want. Right now, they get it from their daddy Esau, but Esau's gonna stop providing it, and the government shutdown, right? That's just a preview of the things to come, right? It's just a preview, man, right? And it's the spirit, just drove past me some, two bitches in like a £40,000 Range Rover, right? But all of them things are gonna go away, right? In that day, they ain't gonna have that 40 grand Range Rover. There ain't gonna be no fuel to put in it, right? When the women drive these big ass cars, you already see the countenance that they have, man, right? They're already shit drivers anyway, and they just become proud, and then they're just proud shit drivers. Right, as Isaiah 4:1 says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, right? 7 representing completion, a complete number of women, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, right? To take away our reproach, right? And what does it mean by called by thy name? As the Apostle Ricard broke it down, right? That's basically saying marry, man. They gonna be like, yo, let me deal with you, man. Right, let me deal with you. When a woman takes on your name, that's when she's your wife, right? They're gonna be wanting to deal with brothers in that day, right? And only a lucky few will. Only, which she's still gonna be, because obviously you got 144,000, then you got the 1/3 over there in the land of America, right? And you basically got the ones that are ordained for salvation. So that's obviously gonna include women in that, of course, right? We ain't no homosexuals out here, right? So that's gonna include Israelite women at that also, right? So all these heathen women in America, right? 2/3 of of the children of Israel, men and women, right? We already know there are more women than there are men, right? Men and women, right? They gonna it's gonna be a day, right? It's gonna be a day to behold. That's why it says in Jeremiah 16:14, no more shall it be said that the children of Israel, Yahawah liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahawah liveth that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the north. Because that destruction is going to be great, right? And the ones who are going to suffer along, leading up to it, especially, is you women, man, right? And you feminine ass men, because you some of you are worse than women, man. And you see in their gait and their countenance, their woman will be 3 paces in front as he's as he's walking, so trying to keep up with her, begging, yes, man. Woman's like, can I do this? Yes, honey, you can. Well, a happy wife is a happy home, kind of niggas, right? You gonna suffer in that day too. Right, but I believe that's all I had. So look, it kind of went on a bit, And yeah, it's lucky if there's any issues with the audio. I hope everything's okay. I'm using my headset, which is usually okay. But yeah, I was just on my way home. Thought, let me chuck this, put this video together, real quick for you brothers. Cause yeah, we're coming up to beautiful times, man. We're coming up to beautiful times, and hey, like as I said, through the spirit, I just feel, more and more people are getting on these women, but not in the way that was before. It's way like you lot are fucked, right? Just pointing out that they're fucked, right? All these goodies, all this protection that they have, all of these angry niggas that they've pissed off, right? They're gonna, all the protection's gonna go, right? And all them angry niggas are gonna come back, man. Right, all the niggas that are paying child support, right? All the niggas that have been fucked up about women, they're gonna come back and they gonna have their day, man. Right? So Lord's what I was edifying, and to the next time I say shalom.